make Hyoga lose his sort of like emotional connection to people because he's like, "You're my master. I don't want to fight you." Um, which in the dub it's kind of funny because he's all like, "You're my master's master." Because in the dub, Hyoga was trained by a different saint, whereas in the manga, or in the anime, he was trained by a different saint, whereas in the manga, he was trained by Aquarius Camus. Camus makes the ship that his dead mother is in sink further down into the ocean so he can't see her. And after that, Hyoga is all like, "What the fuck?" Like, I remember AJ and I were watching that, and we saw that happen. We both looked at each other like, "Oh shit, he really likes his mommy. You know, he's gonna lose his titties."
Not the titties.
No, he literally did just lose his titties because they sank to the bottom of the ocean.
To talk about Gintama a little bit, another trope I like this one, when two characters have actually met before in the past, but then they come again and they don't reveal it until later on, either to the character's knowledge or without. There's an arc in Gintama that really friggin' touched my heartstrings, involving this seppuku chick who's so good at doing seppuku because you have to disembowel yourself.
How
but then,
does one be talented at seppuku?
Hold on.
And live to talk about it?
Wait a minute.
If you're a natural-born genius at seppuku, you can talk about it.
That raises so many questions.
Here's because with seppuku, you disembowel yourself, and then afterwards someone cuts your head off so that you don't have to suffer. That's sort of the idea behind it. This chick was the person who did the head cutting off, and she got so good at it she could basically cut someone's head off while, killing them, but not actually making their head fall off. And according to Gintama, that's really high caliber seppukuing. So, but it turns out, near the end of the arc, they revealed that Gintoki and this chick had actually met during, I think, his Shinsengumi. I think he was part of the Shinsengumi or something. He looks like he was. Or he was some sort of samurai when he was younger, and they revealed that they met. I got kind of teary-eyed when I saw another thing,
Did she seppuku him?
No, she did pass gas, or he did.
You seppuku'd me. You've just had my heart.
He did pass gas in her face, and that was kind of funny. And her nose was right at it, so.
Oh, that's classy.
It's very classy. Going back to Hyoga a little bit, another trope I like is when the calm, cool, collected characters, who are generally pretty serious, show a bit of humanity, or a bit of a more emotional
humanity. Side. If you're stoic, you're not human.
Ryo must be Satan. Wait.
We already knew that.
Hyoga's pretty much this to a T. I see him as sort of the calm, cool, collected one. Though he is emotionally driven. His entire formula always seems to be "Oh, I have to fight a friend, but I don't want to fight my friend." Ozma in Ys 4 Memories of Celceta, he was sort of the calm, cool, collected one, and it was really, I felt really safe with him, because he was all "Yo, dog, I got your back." I'm "Thank you, man." But then there was a few moments where he was all "I want to be better and shit. Another thing I really like is when bad guys turn good. Obviously, to varying degrees of evilness. Vegeta is a pretty good example, and is also probably the most layered character in Dragon Ball. Another one that I like, probably a bit of an obvious answer, but the whole Darth Vader thing and Anakin, that was a pretty good. Because, he turns good at the end. He dies, but he turns good at the end.
He starts good, and then he turns evil, and then he turns good again.
Yeah. That was a pretty... Yeah. Although I haven't read Harry Potter, I've heard about the whole Snape thing in regards to him. That alone makes me very interested in Harry Potter, just because I find that idea
he was never evil to begin with.
Yeah, that's what's kind of interesting, how they make it seem like he's sort of a bad guy, but near the end or whatever, they revealed that he was actually a pretty decent guy.
And it turned out Harry's dad was actually a huge dickbag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, I mean, Snake was never a bad guy. Snape was never a bad guy. He was just kind of a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, look, it's the Messiah that everybody gushes over. Yeah, I'm gonna fail his ass if I can. Why wouldn't I? Little shit's gotta learn.
It's not his fucking fault. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. He could have chosen to not be born the Messiah. You ever think about that? No.
As
Maybe
I say
he could
this,
have just stayed home and not gone to school.
as I say this, I'm looking at the 7 books like on the bookshelf down here because my mom read all of them, so we got all the books. So I guess perhaps I should
Time
read
for
it.
you to speedrun the books, Ryan.
Time for me to. Okay, coming into the podcast, Harry Potter book review of the week.
Yes.
Teen
No.
speed reading.
ASMR. Speed reading.
Do I need to pick up a book and do that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm trying to think of something to bring up Tiger and Bunny because Tiger and Bunny is awesome.
Well, while you're thinking, Tom, did you sort out any thoughts yet?
Ryan listed a couple that I also agree with. Like, I also enjoy when villains turn good or like heroes sometimes turn bad. Like, if it's done well, then I appreciate it.
Character
fucking-
shift. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Alignment shift, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know, I've got one.
What?
Don't give me that tone. This one's legit.
Uh-huh.
Jackass. When power is taken to its logical extreme, a la Rockman Zero.
You know what? That's legit, because the drill's cool, too.
Ooh,
I more meant his power to amalgamate everything.
that's another one. Thank you, Ryan. You reminded me of another
I don't
one.
think I don't think it was in the way you think it was, but you go for it,
Probably
Ryan.
not, but
I help.
Zero, besides just being completely red and awesome and having a sword, the other reason why he's my favorite Mega Man character is because the idea of the bad guy unintentionally and probably unwillingly and just like completely subtly helping out the good guys. 'Cause-
Ryan, Zero was never a villain. It's not in his character.
Well, my point being
Fuck
is that
you and FUNA.
my point being is that because it's like all but stated that Zero was created by Dr. Wily and for the purpose of killing Mega Man from what I understand, but
More like killing everything.
killing everything, yet he's a good guy and he helps out and shit. So I think that's like really, really. I did like a sort of like a mini podcast on my blog with just me talking about this because I thought that was I just think that's really cool. Sort of like this weird like unwilling redemption. Like I've thought about like if I were to like
Or
what
I
if
guess you could maybe call it dramatic irony, you know?
yeah, maybe dramatic irony.
I'd say it has a lot to do with Wily being a really weird, quirky-ass inventor since all of his robots, when they're not set to murder mode, are just very silly and surprisingly amicable.
Right. I had maybe 2 more. Tom, did you think of any others before I continue?
I'm trying to, but like, for some reason, it just escaped me.
Yeah, to be honest, one
Like-
of mine escaped me too. So,
Tom likes it when two characters he likes get together,
and they kiss.
pretty much.
I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for romance, so yeah.
and
especially
he especially loves it when they're together forever, frozen in an icicle.
No, man.
How
Like,
fucking dare you? And
Please
it's not just an
stop.
iceberg, it's literally an iceberg the size of a city.
no, dude.
Stop
He
with
loves
the comic book
He
show.
loves it when they get together and then they end up moving into like their relative's basement and hanging out with their kids for like 7 seasons. I die inside a little saying that, but